Hello everyone, this video lesson will talk about evaluation and operation functions. These are the lessons found on Module 2 and 3.1 of General Mathematics Quarter 1 modules. In this video lesson, you're expected to meet the following learning objectives. First is to evaluate and solve problems involving functions. Second is to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and composition of functions. Let's begin with evaluation of functions. Evaluating a function is as simple as replacing the independent variable, the input or variable x, with a value to achieve the result, which is the dependent variable, the output or variable y or f of x. To illustrate, I have here an example. So we have here the function f of x equals 2x plus 4. Then we are going to evaluate this when x equals 5. So all we need to do is to replace x with 5. So we have here f of 5 is equal to 2 times 5 plus 4. Then let's simplify or perform the indicated operation. So 2 times 5, that is definitely equal to 10. Then bring down plus 4. So 10 plus 4, that is equal to 14. And therefore, f of 5, or this function, when x equals 5, is equal to 14. So that's how we evaluate function. Now let's try solving series of examples. So first we have here f of x is equal to 8x squared plus 16x minus 9 if f of negative 1 or when x is equal to negative 1. So we have to replace x with negative 1. We have here f of negative 1 equals 8 times the quantity of negative 1 squared plus 16 times negative 1 minus 9. Then we simplify. So we have here negative 1 squared, that is equal to negative 1 times negative 1, which is equal to positive 1. Then 16 times negative 1, that is negative 16. Then bring down minus 9. Then let's further simplify. So we have here 8 times 1, that is obviously equal to 8. Then minus 16 minus 9. That is equal to negative 17. So the function above, when x equals negative 1, is equal to negative 17. Next, f of x equals x squared plus 2x minus 2 if f at x plus 2. So we are going to evaluate this when x equals x plus 2. So we have here f of x plus 2 is equal to quantity x plus 2 squared plus 2 times the quantity x plus 2 minus 2. Then we simplify them one by one. So we have here x plus 2 squared. This is a square of a binomial. So to find the square of a binomial, the first thing to do is to get the square of the first term, that is x squared, then twice the product of the two terms. So 2 times x is 2x times 2, that is 4x. So we have here plus 4, and then we get the square of the last term or the second term. So that is 2 times 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. So we have here plus 4. And then here we have here 2 times x, that is equal to plus positive 2x. Then 2 times 2, that is positive 4. Then bring down minus 2. And then the next step is to combine the like terms. So we have here x squared. So no more like terms aside from that. And then 4x and 2x are like terms, so we add them. 4x plus 2x is equal to 6x. Then 4 minus 2 is positive 2. And 2 plus 4, that is 6. Therefore, the function at x plus 2 is equal to x squared plus 6x plus 6. Now, how about when we deal about piecewise function? So this is a piecewise function. So we have here some given. So what is the value if the value of variable x is 14? Okay, so f of 14. So let's look at the interval notation here above. So the number 14 falls under this interval notation. X is less than 10 but less than or equal to 20, or that is x is from 11 to 20. So we have to use this function. So we have here f of x equals 3x minus 2. Then we replace 14 as the value of x here. Okay, so we place 14 here. We have here f of 14 is equal to 3 times 14 minus 2. Then 3 times 14, that is equal to 42. And 42 minus 2, that is equal to 40. Therefore, the value of the function, if the value of x is 14, is equal to 40. How about when the value of x is 8? So on the interval notation on our in our piecewise function above, the value 8 falls under this interval notation when x is less than 0 but less than equal to 10. That is from 1 to 10. So that's the number 8 falls. So we have to use this function. We have f of x is equal to x plus 1. Then we place 8 here as the value of x. We have your f of 8 is equal to 8 plus 1. And 8 plus 1 is obviously equal to 9. Next, how about if the value of x is 21? So this number falls under this interval notation when x is greater than 20. And therefore, we have to use this function. So f of x is equal to x squared plus x minus 1. This will be our working equation or function. Then we replace x as 21. So we have to place here the number 21. We have here f of 21 is equal to 21 squared plus 21 minus 1. And then we square 21. That is equal to 441 plus 21 minus 1. We perform the indicated operation. Okay, and that is equal to 461. Therefore, when x is equal to 21, the value of the piecewise function or the function itself is 461. Now, let's proceed with problem solving involving evaluation of functions. So we have here a word problem. So c of x is equal to 21x plus 150 represents the function for the daily expenses of a food stall in a school, where x is the number of tapsilog the food stall prepares daily. How much should the stall's budget be if it needs to prepare 250 tapsilog meals in a day? So in this problem, the function is already given. So we have to write here the function, and then we have to replace x as the given value on the problem. We have here the number 250, which represents the number of x. Okay, the variable x. So we have to replace x as 250 with 250. So we have here c of 250 is equal to 21 times 250 plus 150. And 21 times 250, that is equal to 5,250. Then we add this value to 150. So upon addition, the sum is equal to 5,400. And the unit is in pesos. So therefore, this is our conclusion. Therefore, the stall's budget must be 5,400 pesos. Okay. Example number 2. The cost of renting a van is expressed as a function of f of x equals 5,000 plus 900x, where x is the number of days. If the Zambales trip of a family is set for 5 days, what is the total cost of the rented van? The same process with the previous example we are going to rewrite the given function, and then we replace x with the given value on the problem. So we have here f of 5 is equal to 5,000 plus 90 times 5. Then we simplify. So copy 5,000 plus 90 times 5, that is 450. Then we add them up. So 5,000 plus 450, that is definitely equal to 5,450, that is in pesos. And therefore, the total cost of the rented van is 5,450 pesos. So that's the whole process of evaluating functions involving problem solving or word problems. Okay? This time, let's proceed to operation on functions. So the operation of functions, it is defined with, if we're going to let f and g be functions, then we have here their sum denoted by f plus g is this function denoted by f plus g of x is equal to f of x plus g of x. Their difference denoted by f minus g is the function denoted by f minus g of x is equal to f of x minus g of x. And then their product denoted by f times g is the function denoted by f times g of x is equal to f of x times g of x. And then lastly, their quotient denoted by f divided by g is the function denoted by f divides g of x equals f of x divides g of x. So this is now the operation on functions. It involves 4 operations. So we have here addition, subtraction, multiplication, as well as division. So let's begin with the addition. For addition of functions, we have here the first example. So if a of x equals 6x plus 12 and b of x is equal to 10x minus 5, what is a plus b of x? First thing to do is to define the operation of function. So we have here a plus b of x is equal to a of x plus b of x. Then we have here a of x plus b of x is equal to, we write the value of this function, that is 6x plus 12, plus the value of b of x, which is 10x minus 5. And then we combine the like terms. So we have here 6x plus 10x, that is 16x, then 12 minus 5, that is positive 7. So therefore, the answer is 16x plus 7. Okay? So that's the answer for this problem or example. Number 2. If f of x is equal to 12x plus 7 and h of x is equal to 5x minus 21, what is f of x plus h of x? So first thing to do is to define the operation of function. We have here f plus h of x is equal to f of x plus h of x. Then we have here f of x plus h of x is equal to, we have to write the function of f of x, that is 12x plus 7, plus the function of h of x, which is 5x minus 21, and then we combine the like terms. So we have here 12x plus 5x, that is 17x, and 7 minus 21, that is negative 14. Therefore, the sum of the functions here above is equal to 17x minus 14. Number 3. If p of x is equal to x squared plus 4x plus 8 and d of x is equal to 5x squared plus 3x plus 11, what is p of x plus d of x? So first thing to do is to define the operation. P plus d of x is equal to p of x plus d of x. Then we write here below, okay, on the left side of the equation, then equals the value of p of x, the function, which is x squared plus 4x plus 8, then plus the function d of x, we have here 5x squared plus 3x plus 11. So next thing to do is to combine the like terms. We have your x squared plus 5x squared, that is 6x squared, then 4x plus 3x, that is 7x, we have your plus 7x, then 8 plus 11, that is 19. And therefore, the sum of the given functions above is equal to 6x squared plus 7x plus 19. Now, let's move forward to subtraction of functions. So we have here, if s of x is equal to 9x squared plus 7x minus 13, and t of x is equal to negative 2x squared plus x minus 8. Find s of x minus t of x. So first thing to do is to define the operation, that is subtraction. So therefore, we have here s minus t of x is equal to s of x minus t of x. Then we write this on the left side of the equation below. So, and then we write down the given functions. So we have s of x, we have here 9x squared plus 7x minus 13. Then minus, we have to write here quantity. Then copy the function of t of x above. We have here negative 2x squared plus x minus 8. Okay, take note, we have to do this. Write the minus sign, then enclose the value or the function, the second function, with a parenthesis. And then the next step is to distribute the negative sign to each term here on the second function. So negative times negative 2x squared, that is plus positive 2x squared. Negative times positive x, that is negative x. Negative times negative 8, that is positive 8. Okay, take note of this process. This is very important. And then the next step is to combine the like terms. We have here 9x squared and 2x squared. We add them up. That is equal to 11x squared. And then we have here 7x and negative x. We have to subtract them. 7x minus x, that is positive 6x. And we have here negative 13 plus 8. That is negative 5. And therefore, the difference of the two functions above is equal to 11x squared plus 6x minus 5. Example number 2. So if q of x is equal to 7x minus 12 and r of x is equal to 3x minus 15, find q minus r of x. Okay, first thing to do is to define the operation, that is subtraction. We have here q of q minus r of x is equal to q of x minus r of x, and we're right here on the left side of the next equation. That is equal to q of x is 7x minus 12 minus the quantity, the function r of x, that is 3x minus 5. And then the next step is to distribute negative, the minus sign, to each term here on the next function. So negative times 3x, that is negative 3x, negative minus negative 15, that is positive 15 or plus 15. And then we combine the like terms. So we have here 7x and negative 3x. Since 7x is positive, and 3x is negative, we subtract. So 7x minus 3x, that is positive 4x. The negative 12 plus 15, that is positive 7. Okay, that is plus 7. And therefore, the difference of the functions above is equal to 4x plus 7. Number 3. So if h of x is equal to 7x minus 13 and j of x is equal to 9x squared minus 16, find h minus j of x. The first thing to do is to define the operation. We have here h minus j of x equals h of x minus j of x. Then we're right here on the left side of the next equation. Then equals the value of h of x that we have here. We have to put that here. 7x minus 13 minus sign, then the quantity. Then we have to put the value of this function here. And next is to distribute the negative sign on each term on the second function. So negative times 9x squared, that is negative 9x squared. Negative times negative 16, that is positive 16. And then we are going to combine the like terms. So we have here negative 13 and 16. Okay, the constants. So that is, we have to subtract them, that is equal to positive 3. So we write the answer as negative 9x squared plus 7x plus 3. And therefore, the difference of the two functions above is equal to negative 9x squared plus 7x plus 3. Now, let's move forward to multiplication of functions. So here is the definition of that. We have an example. So if u of x is equal to x plus 2 and v of x is equal to x minus 2, find u times v of x. So first thing to do is to define the operation. So we have that. Then the next one we have here, we have to put the value of u of x. We have the quantity x plus 2 times the value of v of x, which is x minus 2, and we're going to multiply them. Okay, so we have here x times x, that is x squared, x times negative 2, that is negative 2x, 2 times x, that is positive 2x, and 2 times negative 2, that is negative 4. And then the next step is to combine the like terms. So we have here negative 2x plus 2x, that is definitely equal to 0. And therefore, our final answer would be equal to x squared minus 4 only. Since negative 2x and 2x will be cancelled out, since that is equal to 0. Okay? Example number 2. So if c of x is equal to x squared minus 1 and d of x is equal to 3x squared plus 3x minus 21, find c times d of x. So first thing to do is to define the operation. So we have that. And then on the next one, the next line, we have to put here the value of c of x. We have your x squared minus 1 times the quantity of the value of d of x, which is 3x squared plus 3x minus 21. We have to copy the given functions above, okay? And then we multiply them. So we have here x squared multiplied to 3x squared, that is 3x raised to the 4th power. And then x squared times positive 3x, that is equal to 3x cubed. And then x squared times negative 21, that is equal to negative 21x squared. And then negative 1 times 3x squared, that is negative 3x squared. And then negative 1 times 3x, that is equal to negative 3x. And then negative 1 again times negative 21, that is positive 21. Okay, and then the next step is to combine the like terms. So the like terms we have here are negative 21x squared and negative 3x squared. So we are going to add them. That is equal to negative 24x squared. So we have here 3x raised to the fourth power plus 3x cubed minus 24x squared. So how does it happen? So that is by combining negative 21x squared and negative 3x squared. Then minus 3x plus 21, and therefore this is now the final answer. This is now the product of the two functions given above. Okay, so I hope you follow. Third example, we have here if a of x is equal to x minus 7 and b of x is equal to 9x minus 16, find a times b of x. So first thing to do is to define the operation. We have to write this, and then the next equation would be writing down the value of each function. We have here a of x that is equal to x minus 7 times the quantity of the value of b of x function, that is 9x minus 16. We have to write that here, and then we multiply them up. And then we have here x times 9x, that is definitely equal to 9x squared. X times negative 16, that is negative 16x. Then negative 7 times 9x, that is equal to negative 63x. And then negative 7 times negative 16, that is positive 112. And then the next step is to combine the like terms. So we have here negative 16x and negative 63x. So when we add them up, that is equal to negative 79x. Therefore, our final answer would be 9x squared minus 79x plus 112. So, I hope you follow. Okay, let's proceed. Finally, let's deal with division of functions. So we have here the first example. So if e of x is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 8 and f of x is equal to x minus 2, find e divides f of x. So we are going to define first the operation, and then on the next equation, we are going to write the value of each function. So e of x that is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 8, then f of x that is equal to x minus 2. And the next step here is to factor out. Okay, we have here on the numerator, that is x squared plus 2x minus 8, that is factorable. We are going to find out or identify the factor for that. So x squared plus 2x minus 8, its factors are x plus 4 and x minus 2. Okay, and with this, we can cancel out x minus 2 on the denominator as well as on the numerator, since that is equal to 1. Okay, and therefore, e of x divides f of x is just equal to x minus 2. Okay, so in terms of division of functions, we're going to find out or to get the factors. Okay, get the factors of the function if the function is factorable, and we have the cancellation. Okay, number 2, if f of x is equal to x squared minus 81 and g of x is equal to negative x plus 9, find f divides g of x. So first thing to do is to define the operation, and the next in line we're going to input the value of each function. So f of x that is equal to x squared minus 81 and g of x that is equal to negative x plus 9. And then our numerator is factorable. The factors of x squared minus 81 are x plus 9 and x minus 9. So our denominator can be rewrite as negative quantity of x minus 9, or negative times the quantity of x minus 9. So quantity x minus 9 is just the same with the above binomial, which is x minus 9. So we can cancel them out. Okay? And then the remaining would be x plus 9 and the negative sign. And therefore, f of x divides g of x is equal to negative x minus 9. And how that happen? Okay, since we distribute negative sign on each term here on the binomial. So we have here negative x and negative 9. So we have here negative x minus 9. Number 3, if m of x is equal to 8x squared plus 22x plus 15 and n of x is equal to 2x plus 3, find m divides n of x. So first thing to do, again, is to define the operation. And then on the next line of the equation, we are going to input the value of each function. So for m of x, we have 8x squared plus 22x plus 15 divides 2x plus 3. So this is n of x. And then we can factor out the function on the numerator. The factors of that function is 4x plus 5 and 2x plus 3. Okay? Our denominator 2x plus 3 has a match. Okay? Binomial on the denominator, which is 2x plus 3. And therefore, we can cancel them out since that is only equal to 1. And then, the remaining would be 4x plus 5. This is now our final answer. And here it ends the discussion of the lesson. Thank you so much for your time.